When you're breathing into your balls, you become more grounded. You become more present and focused. It improves your sexual vitality and it helps you to have powerful ejaculation control. This is what's going to take the boys and turn them into men. How to breathe into the balls? Stick around and find out more about this. Hey guys, I'm Jonathan White. I'm here to help you master your sexual energy so you can manifest your ideal life. To stay up to date on my new content, make sure you subscribe to my channel and definitely check out my free ejaculation control course through the link in the video description below. Let's get into this. The way that you are breathing determines the state that you're in. But more than that, what you breathe into, the area of your body that you're breathing into becomes more energized. It becomes strengthened. Now, there's two aspects to this. There's the area of your body where the breath physically is centered from, where the mechanism of breathing is centered from. And there's also where your intent, your mental intention, where your mind is centered in your body. In internal arts, we call this the yi. And these two things are almost always connected. What do I mean by this? Let me give you a clear demonstration. A way the typical person breathes, or an even more obvious example, a way a man breathes when he's getting into a sexual situation with a woman where it's getting hot. He's getting a bit nervous. He's starting to get into his head. How is he often breathing? Physically, his breath is centered up in his chest. His belly is constricted. He's breathing shallow in his chest. Energetically, his focus is up here. He's in his head. He's worried, uh-oh, what am I going to do next? She's getting really turned on. I'm afraid I'm going to ejaculate too soon. So you see the centering of the focus is up here in the upper body. Intentionally, his focus is in his head because all these thoughts are coming up. So there's all this awareness up here in the head, disconnected from the lower body. Physically, the breath is rising high up into the chest to reflect this rising energy of excessive mental focus. Now, what is the woman feeling when he's doing this? She's feeling his presence drop away. Instead of his presence being out here, surrounding her, holding her in a space to feel safe and surrender into her feminine receptivity, she feels him retreat with his presence. And it may be difficult for her to say exactly why it is that she no longer feels attracted to him or feels a bit turned off, but something has changed. That much she's sure of. And she's having a difficult time getting into her body and enjoying the intimacy. So maybe she starts to feel turned off. She's showing signs of disinterest in what the man is doing, and now the man's getting even more into his head. His breath is getting even more shallow, and it just gets worse and worse. So I just wanted to very viscerally give you a picture of what's happening here. Now, what we want to do as a man is to lower the breath. You want to breathe into your balls. First, I want to just guide you through the physical technique. It's really quite simple. You're just going to breathe into your balls, right? But what does that really mean? Let's break it down. So the primary thing here is going to be deep abdominal breathing, but we want to bring it even deeper and fuller. First of all, place your hands on your belly and breathe into your hands. Fill up the belly like a balloon. Exhale, let the belly come back in. In and out through the nostrils for now. Now, put your awareness in your balls and in your whole pelvic floor and think of breathing down even deeper into that area, filling up your genitals, filling up the pelvic floor with your breath, with a physical ballooning of the inhale. If you do this right, you can place your hand down in your perineum. You'll feel this bulging deep in your pelvic floor. So your awareness is centered in the belly and deep in the pelvic floor in your balls. And you just feel like you're breathing deeply into that area, really ballooning it. Deep, full breaths. That is the physical mechanism. So physically, you're filling up that area. Now, this is where your intention is. You keep your intention absorbed into this area of your body to guide the breath. So this should be your go-to, almost foundational practice of what you're doing in any given moment when you're engaging sexually, but not just sexually. When you're engaging in, maybe you're dating, you're having a conversation, there's a tendency to get a bit nervous in your head. You keep that deep breathing going. Get out of your head. Don't worry about thinking. Fill the room with your presence. So you're simultaneously breathing deep into your balls and you're just feeling your presence expand. By breathing in this way, by holding this focus, it grounds you. This will increase your presence. When you're with a woman, when you're breathing in this way, she will feel it. It feels different to her than when you're breathing in your chest and you're up in your head, when you are centered low in your body, when you are in your balls. She feels your presence. She feels you as this strong pillar of support. And now she feels safe to surrender into her soft, feminine nature. And that is one of the keys to building attraction, building sexual desire, is polarity. You have to be centered and present if you want her to be soft and receptive to you. Now, breathing this way is also really great for your sexual vitality. Most men do not breathe into their genitals. They don't even breathe into their belly. I think there's a lot of reasons to this, coming down to our childhood conditioning around feeling shameful around this area of our bodies. I'm sure many of us had our hands slapped away when we were exploring our bodies at a young age. And so we started to say, oh, this is a dirty part. I should not be in this area of my body. Don't breathe into it. Limits your circulation, hormone problems. So breathing into your balls is great for your sexual vitality. And this is also essential for ejaculation control, because when you're breathing deeply, breathing into your balls, riding those full breaths, keeping your mind relaxedly focused in this area of your body, feeling present here, keep that deep breathing going, it's going to help you avoid getting into the stress response and ejaculation, where you start to get up into your head, you start to worry, uh-oh, am I going to come? And then you do just that. So use this breath during any challenging situation, whether that's sex, a date, a woman is having an emotional outburst, your partner's having an emotional outburst, and instead of getting caught up into it, getting into a stress response, getting reactive to it, you just hold yourself, breathe through it, become that pillar that she can lean on. For women, emotional outbursts, whether it's deep grief, deep sobbing, anger, yelling, screaming, is often not far away from sexual arousal. It's part of that feminine, chaotic nature. But a lot of men have trouble with this, and they lose their shit when the woman's getting emotional. They start to get reactive and tell them, this is your fault and you're bad, blah, 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 and kills attraction. Breathe through it. It's not to say you should let someone push you around and call you terrible names and things like that. No, have good boundaries, but just overall being able to hold yourself when a woman is having a strong emotional outburst. She will feel safe and contained. And one of the most fitting times to use this, again, is during intimacy. Intimacy, what a PG thing to say. Let me rephrase that. When you're getting ready to fuck her brains out, there's a tendency for men to get into their minds, into their heads, and lose themselves. Either they can't get hard or they come too fast. Keep this deep breathing as your pillar of support, not just for you, but for her as well, to build this foundation of presence, of intimacy, of arousal, and sets a foundation for amazing sex. Another piece I want to add to this is adding a primal growling. You breathe into your balls. I feel like you're vibrating from that area. On the exhale. Making sound connected to your primal nature. This will make your voice deeper. It will open up your expression. It will vibrate tension so you can contain more arousal, and women will actually love this. Now, you probably shouldn't do this on the first date, like you're just meeting a woman and you just start growling. She may be a bit concerned, but when you build some familiarity with each other and you use this as you're starting to experience pleasure, as you're giving her pleasure, as you're receiving pleasure, she will feel your primal masculine nature, and most women love this. And that, again, that sound, that vibration will help you to further ground into your body, activate this low in the body, your testosterone, your strength, your raw warrior energy will help you to remain in that, especially as things heat up. You do this primal growling when you're fucking her brains out, you'll be able to last for hours. Trust me. So there you go. That is how you breathe into your balls. Now, I recommend that you set some time aside just to formally practice this for a few minutes, just to really get strong with it. This is going to be something that you'll want to integrate throughout your day. Maybe set a reminder on your phone every 30 minutes or hour to do a few rounds of this breathing into your balls. Just get in the habit of anytime you feel anything triggering, you feel an intense situation or you're with your partner, you want to use this breath as your foundation, as your anchor to stay grounded, to stay present, and to be a fully embodied, strong man. Let me know in the comments below, how have you integrated breathing into your balls into your life? And just a little note here, this is not the testicle breathing practice, which is another sexual kung fu technique. That's a sexual energy circulation practice. Now, this is very much related to that, but it's just simply breathing into your balls. It's just what it sounds like. Stay strong out there, my friends.